Hue in central Vietnam is someplace I've never been before. But it's still Vietnam. With all the things, the smells, the sounds, the details I love so much. First night in country, it's like sliding into a warm, deeply comforting, familiar bath. I've been all over Vietnam, a place I feel a special connection to. My first love, a place I remain besotted with, fascinated by. So back in Vietnam, one of my favorite places on earth, and all of the things I need for happiness. Low plastic stool, check. Tiny little plastic table, check. Ooh, something delicious in a bowl, check. In this case, a local specialty, com hen, clam rice. Sweet, meaty little local clams out of their shells, tossed with a wild swirl of mung beans, white rice, spicy green chilies, crunchy roasted peanuts, fried pork rind, and cilantro. And a similar variation with rice noodles. Got fish sauce with chilies in it, and whoa, that'll just singe your eyebrows off. Throw some chilies in. Hit with some hot clam broth, and you're on your way. I'm back in Vietnam. Shit-eating grin for the duration. A giddy, silly, foolish man. Zanzibar, part of Tanzania, but also a semi-autonomous state, sits just 30 miles off the coast of the mainland.
The minute you cross the ocean from mainland, the minute you enter Stone Town, you feel like you're in a different country, and a different culture, different vibe.
Saleh Saeed is a native Zanzibari and former tour guide, and he knows his way around these parts. So, what are our options here?
This is what we call mandazi.
Mandazi, a classic Swahili treat, basically an African donut or flipper. And bahiyas, a fried lentil fritter, Indian, spiced with cumin, turmeric, and coriander.
Grab a cup of coffee?
Yeah, let's do it. If you live here, if you're from here, chances are you start your day with some bitter, spiced coffee, talk about the issues of the day. Politics, for one. Maybe a pastry.
You like yours?
Oh, that's good. So, you're born and bred here?
In Zanzibar.
How long has your family been here? How far back you guys go?
I'm half Indian, half African, and my mother's been here fourth generation.
Fourth generation, so that's starting out in...
Late 1700.
Wow. Who built Stone Town? Who built this neighborhood?
The construction started in about 1830s, during the Portuguese colony. We had Portuguese, yeah?
Right.
Omanis stayed from 1846. They left in 1964, but they lost a lot of power in 1896.
Confused? Let's take a step back. The Persians were the first major power to set up here back around 975 AD, expanding their empire onto the strategically positioned island. Then the Portuguese used Zanzibar as a hub for their slave trade and spices. Then the Omanis did the same, ultimately with the British, who ruled through them. 1964, revolution. As with most revolutions, the days following were violent, chaotic, and ugly. After overthrowing the mostly Arab government, reprisals.
It wasn't independence, it was revolution, where more than 3,000...
Your family stayed?
My family stayed.
Why?
There was no money in the family for them to move out.
So it was just there was no option?
There was no option.
To stick with what was left?
Yeah.
Tough times?
Very tough times.
And about 2 hours from Stone Town, this is Jambiani, a tiny fishing village. Here, the first revolutionaries would meet and plan for an independent Zanzibar. Zanzibar's first post-revolution president, Abid Omani Karume, served until his assassination in 1972. This, too, is Abid Karume, grandson of the country's first president. Well, what was this?
China's younger generation is driving a growth in consumption. Buying powers, which is coming from
This is where the real power is, China.
If you live in Manhattan like I do and you think you live in the center of the world, this place, Shanghai, will confront you with a very different reality. Turn down a side street, it's an ancient culture. A centuries-old mix of culinary traditions, smells, flavors. A block away, this. An ultra-modern, ever-clanging cash register, levels of wealth, of luxury, a sheer volume of things and services unimagined by the greediest, most bourgeois of capitalist imperialists. The city is split by the Huangpu River, a tributary of the Yangtze, into the older section which features the Bund and the newer built-up section of Pudong. The one thing I know for sure about China is I will never know China. It's too big, too old, too diverse, too deep. There's simply not enough time. That's for me the joy of China. Facing a learning curve that impossibly steep. The certain knowledge that even if I dedicated my life to learning about China, I'd die mostly ignorant. That's exciting. It's too much, and it's changing so fast. China has a population of around 1.3 billion people, and the number of them who are just to fuel them is, well, it's the engine that might well drive the whole world.
You like Shanghainese food?
Very much, yes.
Okay. What do you want?
Please
xiaolongbao.
order, of course, yes, some good soup dumplings.
这里还有知名的是什么？是这个
Professor Zhao Lin is an economist and the current dean of the College of Economics and Management at Shanghai Jiaodong University. Like so many people you meet here, he's Chinese but was educated in American universities and has taught at Yale, Duke, and Arizona State. So you'll forgive me, economics are not my area of expertise. I wallow in ignorance, but China looks different every time I come. It's changing so quickly. How did that happen?
China enjoy, this long period of peace. No serious enemy, no major wars.
Right.
So the manufacturing industry really took off. Internally, it's a reform and open door policy. Every country willing to trade with China.
There's certainly no doubt that at this point, our destinies are inextricably bound up. We are our economies are hopelessly intermingled. If one fails, the effect would be disastrous.
Global impact.
We are, to say the least.
It's certainly.
这就是小龙来了，
好好好。
这是九千件饺也
beautiful.
比较有名的
This is what I was waiting for.
虾仁小龙。
xiaolongbao, literally small steaming basket buns. But I translate them in my head to pillows of happiness that will scald your tongue and throat if you don't know what you're doing. Look, there are a lot of reasons to come to China, and to Shanghai in particular. But these babies, done right, these things alone are worth the trip. Ground pork and shrimp, folded exactly and always 20 times inside freshly made, individually rolled out dough. As they're steamed, the delicious fat renders into a soup of the gods, which then, if you're not careful, causes unforgettable maxillofacial damage as it changes your life forever.
虾仁小龙。
xiaolongbao, literally small steaming basket buns. But I translate them in my head to pillows of happiness that will scald your tongue and throat if you don't know what you're doing. Look, there are a lot of reasons to come to China, and to Shanghai in particular. But these babies, done right, these things alone are worth the trip. Ground pork and shrimp, folded exactly and always 20 times inside freshly made, individually rolled out dough. As they're steamed, the delicious fat renders into a soup of the gods, which then, if you're not careful, causes unforgettable maxillofacial damage as it changes your life forever. Oh, so good. In the China of the future, places like this, Fushan Jiaolong, will be even more packed. By Chinese, by expats, by visitors looking for the deeply satisfying rush of screamingly hot goodness. The chewy, deeply savory, fragrant, perfectly shaped and folded, ballistically designed delivery vehicles for pure pleasure. And the allure of Shanghai-style pork chop, jiaju pei, served with la jiangyo, the local take on Worcestershire sauce. It's irresistible.
So I really believe that the world is converging, and China will be privatizing more and more.
Right.
The difficulty nowadays, it's just the technology is so advanced, we don't really need that many people to do things that many people used to. And with the population, 7 billion people, the world probably doesn't need that many people working anymore.
Right.
So the question is that,
I really like this. Ooh.
That works.
Good, yeah.
Oh, they're good.
I think they cook it in a few seconds. That's the secret.
Youbao sha are tiny little shrimp, deep fried first, and then quickly tossed in the wok with garlic, ginger, salt, and soy. What is classic Shanghainese food? What's distinctive about it? Well, this, for instance, it's often black or dark and heavily inflected with oil, soy, and sugar. Shanghai is, and has been for some time, a city of immigrants, and the food reflects that genealogy. A combination of people from neighboring Zhejiang province, known for their liberal use of sugar, soy, and vinegar, and from Jiangsu province, known for fresh ingredients and attention to preserving the aliveness of its dishes. It's the best of both worlds. Great sauces, great ingredients. There's hung shao rou, braised pork belly in a deep red glaze of dark and light soy sauce, cinnamon, sugar, and anise. Hung sha chong yu, a small fish poached first in rice wine, salt, and light soy, then fried in ginger, garlic, oil, more soy, and sugar until the liquids reduce into a gorgeous, sticky sauce. Zhongya, duck that's been marinated, blanched, then reheated, smothered in a sauce made from the reduced drippings left in the wok with dark soy, salt, and sugar. And this to round things out, yandu xin, a clay pot soup of bean curd-based stock with salted pork belly, tofu ribbons, and bamboo shoots. Oh, good flavor. This is a socialist country, supposedly.
Yeah.
It's a communist country, supposedly. It is, in fact, from all evidence that I've ever seen, the most dynamic capitalist country on earth. What do you think about that?
I think a lot of my Western friends come here thinking China is a posh version of North Korea or the party controls everything. But they come here, they're surprised. It's actually not that much. They do seem to be promoting the free market even more with the free trade zone just established in Shanghai. So it's amazing.
From what I see everywhere I go, the world is becoming more Chinese. Chinese influence, Chinese food. If you build a casino in Vegas or a hotel in Singapore, you have to consider what will the Chinese think. Is that exciting?
It's
Is glorious. All isms are wasms. Dig deep, and it's always about the money. Meet Tim Say, resident of Communist China, a man of impeccable taste, one of more than 150,000 Shanghainese millionaires, accustomed to the good life.
We take the seawater out, replace with champagne. We have it all at once. Hopefully you like it.
He likes nice things, and he makes Donald Trump's garish ticky-tacky empire look like the back of Pauly D's van. Where are these from? They're great.
France.
They're from France. Fantastic. Wow, they're in good shape.
Yes, yes. Well, we keep them happy. Every single one is flying from jet with little seatbelt, so they're nice and happy and safe.
Apparently. Tim is an investor into real estate, telecoms, and the newly expanding service industries of the new China. He's also the president of Roosevelt China Investments, a very old company with a long history doing business here, created by the Roosevelt family. Maybe you've heard of them. This is his clubhouse. Really, the House of Roosevelt on the Bund, right in the middle of it all. Wine is big here now. The French chateaus, more and more, they look to China as the indicators of price, as the market maker. Tim alone has stocked around 4,000 labels here. China in general bought 2 billion bottles of red wine last year alone. Think about that for a minute. They are now the leading market for red wine in the world. It's pretty amazing here.
Wow, I designed this place in 5 minutes. I look at this place for like 6 months. Daytime, nighttime, and finally one morning I said, I'm gonna make a wine cellar out of this.
Looks so good.
Thank you.
Hi, guys. Well, this is nice.
Hi.
Tim has invited me to dinner alongside a few people that have taken full advantage of the booming economy in China. There's Eva Wang, an architect and designer. Daniel Zheng, a real estate developer. And Coco Shu, a party planner. So you eat like this all the time? Nice wine cellar?
Twice a night. Today we're surrounded by Southern French wine and Northern Italian wines. And if you...
Hard to reconcile with how we're treated on the streets everywhere we go. So forget about the politics if you can for a moment. How about the food? The food here is amazing. Cello kebab, as close as you get to a national dish, and the king of kebabs. Ground lamb with spices, a good place to start.
So what do you guys do for a living?
I export knots. I'm a curator of contemporary art.
Which is an exploding scene here.
Iranian country has 3 different cultures. Western culture, Iranian, and Islamic culture. It's really progressive. It has changed a lot during last decades.
Yeah.
So this is the actual menu.
Right.
I would recommend you to try this one, and this one, and this one.
Okay.
Why not?
Cello kebab wouldn't be complete without Persian rice. Fluffy, long-grained, and perfectly seasoned with saffron, the rice in this country is like nothing you've ever had.
So Tony, first you should take the butter.
What's okay for the friendly, to us at least, Ministry of Guidance, might not be okay at all for the Basij, essentially roving young religious militias. Despite all permits and paperwork being in order, we're detained for several hours. This sort of harassment is a daily part of life for Iranians.
Please turn it off right now.
Well, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you. Hello, hi.
Sebastian.
Good to meet you. So, people have been ridiculously nice to us. Aren't you guys supposed to be the axis of evil?
You're absolutely right. We are demonized by the media outside. You show black and white. People are demonstrating and killing and bombing and this and that, and Syria and this and that. But you never talk about the real people who are actually living peacefully inside the country, because we eventually in the future of the world. We and Americans have a very special place in this Middle East. You cannot play a game without considering Iran as a friend.
One of Farouk's many passions is ancient Persia, culinary history in particular, and he's writing a book on the subject.
How do you pronounce the specialty here? Dizi?
What they say is called dizi, which actually is the name of the pot.
That's right. It's like an earthenware.
Earthenware. Yeah.
Right.
This is one of the early dishes of humankind. It goes back to Mesopotamia 6,000 years ago.
Potato, chickpeas, water, lamb, cooked together.
Add a little fat, mash it up with potatoes and chickpeas.
That's good. What do Iranians want to eat today? It's a home cooking culture. I mean...
Yes. We didn't have the culture of eating out. This is a culture of secret foods in the house. Things which are unheard of. It's not in the book.
That's
secrets.
really interesting.
A lot of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
you ever tried traditional Iranian food?
It's difficult because everybody says the great food of Iran is cooked in people's homes.
Yes.
This is a land of secret
Around the table than anyone could conceivably eat. Is that?
Yeah. If you don't like your guest, you don't put anything.
And here we have kufte, which is a large, very big meatball.
kufte tabrizi, ground beef, onion, and cooked rice, walnuts, dried apricots, boiled egg, and barberries.
Anyways, we are a very interesting nation.
Indeed, and very, very confusing.
Extremely confusing, yes,
For me,
yes, yes.
the contradictions are just enormous.
Iranians, we take you to our house and we take you to our hearts and all of that. And in that way, we are extreme. You know, we are extremists in so many ways.
So good. Okay. You see this tortured relationship between America and Iran for many years. How do you think most Americans will react when they see this?
Start coming.
It is very important for us as Iranians to get through, to make sure that we are seen as humans here.
Wanted to travel, they had a little bit money, but because of this sanction really squeezed everybody. 8 years, no foreign investment here, and so it was very difficult time. I mean, the population is really young, 70% are under 35. And the thing is, they deserve much more than what they have now. They want to have good job, they want to, have families, but it's not possible now for them.
I hope we can have more faith in the ordinary Americans, because every little change in the policy of the Western country, it really, really affects our lives here.